Will Belal's Canelo-like boxing help him defeat Della Maddalena this weekend? My prediction in this video. Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Salam alaikum, my brother.
Belal Muhammads' coach said that his boxing is on Canelo Alvarez level. Whilst I'll strongly disagree, we have to admit that Belal is definitely elite in what he does, which is mixed martial arts and not pure boxing, right? But his opponent, Della Maddalena, is especially elite in boxing. He of course has a style for MMA with the boxing, and he of course knows how to grapple, but Della Maddalena is one of the best boxers next to Ilia Topuria in the UFC.
I'm the best boxer in the UFC, baby!
And this could be trouble for Belal, but let's analyze it quick and dirty. Now the problem for Della Maddalena that I see is if you watch the recent fights of both guys, which is always what I like to do. I don't like to watch, Belal got knocked out against Luque 10 years ago or something. We don't need to look at that. That's a completely different fighter than he is now.
Look at me now!
But if we look at JDM's last fight against Gilbert Burns, both come off quite a layoff, Belal and JDM. JDM's last fight against Burns, if you look at it on paper, you're like, hey, he knocked him out, good. And if you just watch the finish, you're like, oh, that knee was like kind of when Burns was tipping his head, so he's probably gonna knock out Belal on the first shot with a knee. Now, if you watch the whole fight, it did not really play out like that. JDM had some success in the first round, but he had a lot of troubles with getting taken down. And that's what the first thing that I see when I see JDM stand in the cage with the stance is the single leg is there all night, because JDM has a boxing stance. There's several different stances you can have when you fight, and he has a typical boxing stance. And in the boxing stance, you stand very wide and your front leg is easy to attack for a single leg, especially for a guy like Belal who loves to go for singles and doubles, right? He loves to go for the legs. That's really a problem. You saw that in the fight against Burns. Burns took advantage of that, even though Burns is not a wrestler. Burns is a high-level grappler. He's a phenomenal jiu-jitsu artist, but he's not famous for his wrestling. But he took JDM down with ease.
Easy money for me.
Now the positive side of that is JDM got up over and over and over again. Now at the end of round one, he was in trouble, but the bell saved him. But he got up, every other time he got up himself. So we have to give credit to JDM there and kind of acknowledge that his guard is very active. He does not just lay there. He's much more active than a Leon, for example, if we take Belal's last fight. He's much more active on the ground. He threatens submissions whenever he can, and he immediately tries to get up. Now, as I said, he has some problems with his takedown defense. Now, of course, he worked on that all camp, but you can't just solve your takedown defense problem in one camp. It does not work like that. And Belal has phenomenal grappling, also great fight IQ in terms of he knows when to shoot. He sees the opportunities, the openings. So I do believe that Belal will get him down a couple of times and will also have a little bit more success on the ground than Burns, because Belal has a different style on the ground than Burns. Burns is a guy who tries to pass your guard immediately and be as active as possible on the ground with ground and pound and threatening submission, which is not what Belal does. Belal, which is also why he gets so much criticism, is whenever he gets you down, especially when he's like in guard, which is the position he lands in mostly, he's so confident in just staying there, just stalling, staying there, not really landing anything necessarily, maybe one or two shots every now and then, but he likes to just keep the position and stay there and fixate you, which is not fan-pleasing at all, but it is effective at the end of the day. And it could be a problem for JDM if Belal gets a hold of him on the ground and just, gets a good position as well, where he can just land a few ground and pound shots every now and then, enough that the referee doesn't stand him up, but still keep him down. But I think this will be very interesting to see if JDM's active guard will work against Belal. On the other hand, if we talk about the problems for Belal, the problems for Belal are that his boxing, he's a little bit too confident in his striking, I feel like. Against Edwards, if you watch the fight and if you watch the striking exchanges, he was a little bit too confident, and Leon looked horrible that night. JDM has a much better boxing than Leon does, and Belal's problem is whenever he throws strikes and attacks with his boxing, he leaves himself very open. He's always there to be countered. When Belal strikes, he's so open, like his chin is not really tucked, it's not up in the air like Paddy, but his chin is open and he's just, his guard, everything, he's open for counters the whole time, and Belal is not fast. Belal's hands are not fast. So JDM, with his boxing fight IQ, I would call it, can really or could really capitalize on that opportunity, and he will, if you give him that opportunity, he will capitalize on it. And he's a guy, other than Leon, that will come forward with his boxing and throw combinations. The good thing for JDM is he throws a lot of combinations, and this is exactly the style that could give Belal problems. And what will be really key for JDM in the fight is body shots. JDM has some of the best body shots in the UFC, and if you face a wrestler, what you want to do, number one, is go for the body as much as you can. Maybe not teeps because you can catch them. Jabs to the body, body shots, just working the body is the best against wrestlers.
Jab, slip, uppercut, backhand, roll.
Because whenever you throw to the body, the wrestler cannot really shoot in because he risks of getting uppercutted by your body shot, right? And if you work the body a lot and you keep gassing him with body shots and feints as well, it will make him hesitant for shooting in, which is key in that fight for JDM, right? And as I said, this is one of JDM's specialties, the body shots. So overall, if we summarize it, look,
here's the thing, you guys.
Your life depends on it. Who do you put your money on? I would probably put it on Belal, just because it's the safer bet, because there is a chance that Belal just holds him down for 5 rounds and just, yeah. But I have to be honest, Belal is on the upper echelon of the 30s, he's like 36 or something like that. JDM is not even 30 yet, so JDM is coming into his prime right now, is getting better and better and better. JDM worked with Craig Jones his whole fight camp, and Craig Jones, as much as he's a funny weirdo, funny guy, he is an elite grappler who has a lot of experience as well in grappling for MMA, because he's Volk's jiu-jitsu coach. He trains with Volk all the time and prepares him for that exact style all the time. When they faced Islam, look how great Volk looked against Islam in the first fight. And of course, that's Volk's work, but it's also Craig Jones' work. These are all key factors for JDM, and I just have a feeling that the universe wants JDM to win, because if JDM wins, Islam can move up, the whole division opens up again, because Islam moves up to welterweight, then fights JDM, lightweight gets, the title gets vacant again, Ilya can fight, maybe, I don't know, Zarukian. So I think it's just meant to happen in a way, even though, as I said, if you would put a gun to my head, I'll probably pick Belal, but my heart, and my heart is wrong a lot of times with those picks, I know, but my heart tells me JDM will win that fight, and I can tell you how as well. I do think in the 3rd round, after getting held down a little bit in the first couple of rounds, JDM will find his hands, will capitalize on Belal's mistakes defensively, and will be able to catch Belal, hurt him, keep pressuring him, like he will have Belal hurt. He will keep going after him, not letting him off the hook, not letting him recover, and against the fence, just whilst Belal is covering down, just keep hammering him with uppercuts until the referee steps in, and he will win by 3rd round TKO. Check Della Maddalena and new Voldemort champion of the UFC, welterweight champ. This is my official prediction, you guys. Write your prediction in the comments. I would love to hear your takes. Who wins, which round, which method. Write it all in the comments. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel. I would appreciate that a lot. Check out my merch, bloodshop.net, worldwide free shipping with the code FREE when you enter the checkout. Stay bloody, you guys. And until the next one, bye-bye. Bloodsport out.